What's a song that you hum when you're not feeling
The other
good?
day it was the Star Spangled Banner. I love that. I love the Star. Oh, say can you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah,
And I'm Carolyn.
and welcome back to Close Knit with
Carolyn.
and Hannah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, how long has it been, you guys?
We are back, and this just feels so weird to be sitting here. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
going to fall off the chair.
Really?
I don't know if I grew. Probably gained a little bit in the
For
hip.
the holidays, you know.
Yeah, we haven't. Our last one we did was October. Our
Yeah.
last episode.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. We wanted to take
Yeah.
some time off for the holidays, and wow, it's been a crazy. How many months? So that would be November, December,
Yeah.
January.
Yeah.
Because we're in February.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
3 months.
3
And
months.
we also are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of when we started this podcast.
Is it really
Yes.
a year?
Yes.
That's
It's
insane.
been 1 year.
Wow.
Crazy,
There's
crazy.
been so many changes. We'll have to go
Yeah.
back and look at the first one we did
yeah. Maybe.
compared to, like, I feel really different sitting here just from 3 months. I feel like 3 months has been 3 years.
Yeah. Same here. I feel like a completely different person. Not only because I changed
Well,
my
your
hair.
hair is amazing. And look
I'm
how
now
long.
I'm now gonna be a natural redhead, I think,
Redhead.
for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get a lot of compliments on yours.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
And my hair is the same since 5th grade.
Yep, but it works for you. If she changed her hair at this point,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Who are you?"
I mean, I don't even know if I'd cut length off. I like it because I can wear it in a ponytail. Then.
It looks really good on you, though.
well,
It fits you.
Thank you. I love your red hair. I think it
Thanks.
looks amazing. Yeah. So just, I mean, physically, I mean, it's just 3 months, but I don't know, like maybe for everybody else, but I know that there's been many time shifts. Time is not like it's speeding up
Yeah.
like super fast.
But at the same time, I feel like January was one of the longest months I've ever lived in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. January was.
Yeah.
I mean, elephant in the room. We're not going to talk about this for the whole episode, but obviously there's been some big changes
Mm-hmm.
with our country,
Mm-hmm.
with the world. Just so many things happening
Yeah.
around the whole world, but just even recently. And
Mhm.
like I said, we're not going to get into all the Debbie Downer things that are happening, but you know, scary things, planes falling out of the sky
Yeah.
and fires in California.
Yeah.
Like all these, we haven't even gotten to tornado season.
Yeah.
I've been having dreams about tornadoes
Really?
constantly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's just because there's just a lot of chaos
Could be.
going on.
Hopefully your dreams don't come true.
Well, except for that one I had about Harvey Specter
Okay.
from Suits. Now I'm on to that, which, by the way, I did not ever go see the Bob Dylan movie.
Which surprised me. I mean, you were sick.
Okay.
She's been
Okay.
sick for like the past few weeks. We were going to do this fresh off right the first week
Yeah.
of January, but she was sick for like 3 weeks, it felt like.
Oh, it was more than that. And we were actually on, remember New Year's Eve? We were toasting with
Yes.
I was toasting with an antibiotic.
Yeah.
And you were like liquid because I can't swallow pills. So
Yeah.
of course I had children's
Liquid.
Augmentin or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so I was toasting at midnight. We
Yeah.
were awake. Like, the sicknesses are still going around. And
Yeah.
hopefully now they start to subside a little bit because I think it's been since before Christmas. And I got sick on Christmas Day. I started coughing. I still cough a little bit.
Right.
But I lost my voice. It would come in and out. And that was really hard to not be able to talk,
Mhm.
not be able to breathe through my nose. Like, I don't know what I had, but it was just the sickest, honestly, I can say that I've ever been in my entire life.
Mhm.
Like it was, and I hear that a lot from
Yeah.
people about whatever this is. It just took I drank so much tea and water, and
Mhm.
I had a little bit of Gatorade, but I'd have to water it down because it was way too sweet. Like I could hardly even eat.
Yeah.
But I think I lost a little weight, but gained it all right back. We shouldn't have got those crumble cookies the other night. But I mean, yeah, that was holy cow. Like I missed 3 days of work. In 15 years, I've never missed that much work.
Yeah.
And you took care of me and you stayed healthy.
Yeah. That was crazy to me because usually I'm the one getting sick and you have to take care of me.
Yeah, you totally took care of me. And you and Colleen and Lauren like handled the store and it was hard for me not to be there. I mean, but it was insane. Like,
yeah,
I somehow was able to do the Thursday night videos. Like
I don't know how. I don't know how you did that.
That was scary because I would like have to drink water or suck on cough drops.
Yeah.
And then, well, here's something I learned, which we're not going to talk about sickness the whole time, but I did not know that on the bag of cough drops.
Oh, this.
That have menthol.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I just thought I'm sucking on some Hall's cough drops because they make me feel good. So the night of the video, I was having like maybe 4 an hour for a couple hours. So maybe I had 8 like for a couple because it worked. It did the trick. You know, I wasn't coughing. By the time we got done with the video, I had to like unbutton and unzip my pants because I was so bloated. I looked like I was going to have a baby.
Yeah.
And then it says on the package, you should only have one every couple hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like OD'd on menthol.
You did.
And I couldn't move. I laid in bed and I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
I was so bloated. It was, oh my gosh. I'm like, are you kidding? And then I read and I'm like, oh gosh. So now I'm just strictly the cherry Ludens, which were always just like candy anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just need something.
Yeah, I get it.
So I learned that.
Yeah, it's crazy once you learn that. I knew that, thankfully.
I don't know.
But I didn't know that you didn't know that. So I was like,
why would there be?
How many did you have?
I had like 8.
Yeah.
In 2 hours. How come? Why would there be like a limit of cough drops? You would never think that.
Because it's like medication.
I never have considered
There's limits on medication as well. There's active ingredients in them. So you have to treat them like medication.
Well, I didn't know that. And
I know because they look like candy. They look like hard candy.
And when we were growing up in school, like if we could suck on cough drops, because you could not chew gum, you could not, nothing.
Really?
No water, no nothing.
Really?
Not even a cracker. No food, nothing. Your books on your desk, your notebooks, folders, pencils, you could try to eat an eraser. I don't know. You couldn't eat. You couldn't eat and you couldn't.
Is that why people like ate glue? Like
maybe.
As children?
Maybe.
I mean, I think I did it a few times.
I don't think I ate glue.
No?
I ate the dust off the cars.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? I did the dust.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, we couldn't. So then if we could suck on a cough drop, then, oh, well, we're sick. We need a cough drop. And then we would get like approval.
Sure.
But I just didn't ever think it was a thing. Like you had to like, I didn't know there was like a label on the back you had to read. Like maybe too much sugar, but for me, that's. Anyway, so that was a thing. I mean, the only tips I can give if somebody's watching this right now and you're sick with the head, mine was the sinus, head cold, cough. I just lived on ginger tea with lemon and honey.
Yeah.
And literally in the middle of the night, I had to sleep sitting up. I think for 4 weeks straight, I just sat up when I slept. I would just go downstairs in the middle of the night and just eat honey by the teaspoonfuls because that was the only thing that would soothe my throat.
Yeah.
And then, I took Dayquil because I can't take NyQuil. That one night, you and Colleen kept saying, just take NyQuil. Well, I can't do NyQuil because I'm like drunk. I'm like falling off the bed. I can't walk. I can't. And I don't like to feel that out of control. And so we had like this much.
Woo!
We had about this much NyQuil left in the bottle downstairs. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to set it by the bed. If I start coughing a lot, I'm going to just take a little bit. And God, it was like 1:00 and I still hadn't fallen asleep. So I measured out the cup, and you're supposed to, as an adult, you're supposed to take the full cup, right? Of that it comes with. I went to the half line and I went half of that. Okay. So I took a fourth out like a light. Out. It put me completely out. That tiny, tiny little bit, probably for Presley's age, knocked me out. I slept for like 5 hours for the first time in like 3 weeks. It was great. Of course, you cough a lot when you wake up. But so I don't take those kind of things. And I took a lot of Dayquil and a lot of ibuprofen. So it's just so good to be back to normal.
Yeah. Once you get that back, you kind of feel like grateful.
And you want to know when I knew I was getting back to my normal self? I got a hot flash.
Oh.
Like I didn't have hot flashes that whole time.
Yeah.
I got a hot flash and I thought, oh, here we go. We're back. we're back. Carolyn came back.
I thought you were going to say that you were finally like craving sugar again.
Yeah, because I didn't.
Because you weren't eating like at all.
I didn't really want to eat very much at all.
For me, I knew I was better after I had mono. I knew I was better once I was like, okay, yeah, I could really go for like a crumble cookie right now.
Yeah, it's interesting how when you don't, because I just didn't eat for a couple of weeks, and then you really do lose the craving of sugar.
Yeah.
Gee, I guess if I really, it's just really hard to not eat. I want to make that cake. We got that special frosting. We want to decorate it. Like, it's Valentine's Day. By the way, today is my sister Anita's birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
When this is coming out, hi Anita. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, when this is coming out. And then it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Hence the pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sweatshirt says, you are enough. Always.
Love. Yes. We're trying to be all like positivity here.
Yeah, for sure.
We kind of have had to find ways to be positive.
Yeah.
Like you had a really good, what did you, it was John Green?
Hank Green.
Oh, Hank.
And I can get into that, I guess. First of all, I have been using fidget toys. I highly recommend if you have anxiety, ADHD, sometimes it's just fun to play with a fidget toy. This one, it like spins around and it's rainbow colored. I love this one.
You have a few different ones.
I have a few. Yeah, I have a few Neatos. Yeah. But it helps me think. It helps me focus on something.
And where do you get these? So if
they have them everywhere. I got this one at the dollar store.
Do they let kids have those at school?
I'm not sure.
At their desk. If you're a teacher or, do they let kids maybe in grade school, high school, do they let them have like a fidget toy, or would that be a distraction?
I guess it would depend which one it is, I feel like.
What about those spinners?
That's what I used to have in high school.
Yeah, when they
when they first came out, everybody had them. I think at one point they were like, no, don't bring those anymore because they were being a distraction. But I don't know. I feel like it depends.
Yeah.
I'd assume so.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever helps.
Yeah, anyways, this has been helping a lot.
Helping with what? We should explain because you're probably like,
oh, yeah. Yeah. No, on a real note, to be real 100%, because that's what we are here. Okay. We're never going to not be real. Okay?
Hard to not be authentic.
Yeah. On a real note, this is probably the worst my anxiety has been in my entire life. Like literally every single day I wake up with a panic attack and I go to bed with a panic attack.
Yeah.
So like really that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's kind of where both of us
are. Which you're not. Thank God we have each other. We're not alone.
Yeah.
We hear this from a lot of people. Yes. And again, it's just from all the chaos and it's just overload. It's the overload of the internet. And, for me, I need to just delete TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm getting closer to doing that. I've kind of backed off my personal Facebook page, just kind of stepping away from social media. I don't even know how to work Instagram. The only reason I go on there is to see pictures of Gabriel Macht from Suits, Harvey Specter. But yeah, other than that, I don't know how to work Instagram. So.
Yeah, I blocked Instagram off my phone. I still have it on there because I need it for work purposes,
Right.
but I blocked it. I have like an app. What is it called? I need to figure out what it's called because I really recommend it.
Yeah, you told me I need to do this.
It's not sponsored at all. It's called Opal.
Like OPAL.
Opal.
And what does it do?
You can set like limits on whatever apps you want on your phone. It's kind of like screen time on the iPhones, but this is like an app and it gives you like you've spent 84% of your day focused, not on your phone. And so
it kind of like makes you feel good then.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like what parents would do to a little kid's phone, but it's adults doing it for themselves.
Yeah. And I highly recommend that.
Okay. That's what I need to do.
I highly recommend giving yourself limits like you would a 10-year-old. If you give them an iPad, you're going to limit their screen time because you want them to experience the world.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to be real with my 10-year-old self that's obsessed with TikTok and tell her, hey.
Me too.
Get off your phone.
Well, because everything,
live life.
I mean, and are you finding this? And look at, as we're talking about this, all of a sudden I get a little dizzy. Everything is breaking news, breaking news. And every time you turn, I don't even turn the news on anymore.
Yeah.
But it's always breaking. Everything's breaking news.
It is.
When I was growing up, if Mount St. Helens, the volcano went off, that was the breaking news.
Yeah.
Like every single thing.
Yeah.
And it's, I'm sure you guys know that. It's just like, it's too much. So
it is.
And that's, we have to take control of what we're turning on, what we're watching.
Do it as self-care.
Yeah.
It really is self-care because I think that in 30 years time, we're going to look back and we're going to be like, oh, wow, we all really did have phone addictions.
Yeah, for sure.
Phone addictions are real.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And dopamine addictions are real as well. And for me, that's a way to not be so focused on my phone and to get into different things. And
yeah, I mean, there's good things on TikTok. And my thing is I wake up in the middle of the night and then I sit on TikTok for an hour. It's so disruptive to my sleep.
Right.
So yeah, that's the issue I have.
Right.
But it's been I don't even know what the word is. It's a change, and change is difficult. But it's change that we've all been going through. And
I want y'all to know that for me and her, we fully believe that podcasts and TV shows and movies, there should be some form of entertainment that is always going to be reliable to make you laugh. And here, that's what we're going to do. We're never going to sit down and talk about, here's everything that's going on that's terrible in the world.
That's not this kind of podcast.
Because we just believe like you should be able to laugh at any point in the day. And we're not educated enough to teach you on stuff that's going on.
Right.
And we know you're not going to come to us for that. But I do want to say, please go to people that talk about that kind of stuff and learn.
And we're talking politics. We're talking policy. We're talking
news
things.
And I'm even talking about just stuff that you might enjoy.
Right.
I'm gonna give you 3 tips on how to get through all this. If you're like me right now, where I'm anxious every day, 3 things that I do, and honestly 3 goals that I have made for myself this year. 1 is getting involved in your community, whether that's shopping local at a boutique, like the one that she owns.
Or any local
business, just walking
small
in,
business,
getting to know the owner, talking to them, get involved. 2 could be, baking a batch of cookies. You had some left over. You bring them to your neighbor that you've never spoken to in your life.
Yeah.
If you're cleaning out your closet, donate your clothes to the local women's shelter. If you're, with your friends, make a few tie blankets and donate them to homeless people out on the street.
Right.
do things for your community, get involved in your community. That's going to be essential for the next, decades, honestly.
Yes.
I'm making that a goal for the rest of my life to do that once a month.
Yeah.
So be focused on that. Okay. 2, you're going to want to learn. And this is where I bring up the Hank Green situation. Hank Green is brothers with John Green, the famous author, The Fault in Our Stars. I read that book, I think, 17 times in my life. Okay. Love John Green. Love Hank Green. They are gifts to this planet Earth. Okay. Number 2, you're going to want to learn. And Hank Green made a TikTok recently where he said, I don't know everything that's going on in the world, and that's okay. I don't know how everything works. And I think people should do that more often.
Yeah.
We need to kind of step back sometimes and say, you know what? I don't understand what this means. I don't get it. But then when we do that, we can go and we can say, I will know though, and I will teach myself, and I will learn. Right. And so I'm dedicated to doing that every single day, learning something new, whether it has to do with the sky and the stars, or it has to do with music, or it has to do with politics, or it has to do with history or science. Whatever it is that you like, learn something new about it.
Yeah.
And when you figure out there's so much to know and so much to see out there, you're going to want to do it more.
Right.
You're going to get almost like a dopamine hit from learning all this new stuff. At least I do.
And never, like we said, never in the history of our world have we had access to learn. Like when I was growing up, go get the encyclopedias.
Yep.
Like literally, we'd have to find the letter and look it up. Biology, whatever we were looking up, you'd have to look it up in an encyclopedia and read an old book.
I think of all of my ancestors and people who fought to get an education and to learn so much because they didn't have that right. They didn't have the capability to go to college and learn all this information.
Right.
Now, if you want to know how to bake sourdough bread, there's somebody that's been doing it for 50 plus years on TikTok. You can go and learn for free.
Or YouTube. I love YouTube.
We've never in the history of our planet had something like the internet before. So we are in times where that could be a weapon or that could be a useful tool.
Right.
And so go out there and use it as a useful tool.
Right. I mean, and it is. It's all in how you choose to look at something. And,
yes.
And that's true. Like you have to be able to control your own actions and how much time you spend on the internet.
Yes.
But maybe do something useful with it. And there's so many things that I could learn because I learned so many fun facts from Hannah. Like we could have a whole section of a whole, what would you call it? A little part of our podcast could be all fun facts because she's always telling me things.
Well, our minds are capable of so much, and you especially are capable of so much. And so make it a goal during your day. Take 5 minutes just to learn about something you never knew. For me recently, a big one was astrophotography. I love the stars and I love taking pictures and videos, and I've never thought to combine the two. And it's always been such a big thing for me. How do people take pictures of the stars?
At night,
I don't get it. How do they do that?
Those cool pictures that you see of the galaxies and
And so I spent a whole day just learning about how to do it. And I'll insert my first ever astrophotography picture here. It's a picture of the Orion Nebula. Edited. With astrophotography, you have to stack images. So I was outside for about 2 hours taking 300 photos of this dark spot in the sky.
Yeah, that was insane.
Not even knowing if I was going to take it correctly. The first night I did it, I took pictures of the wrong star, admittedly, and it did not turn out. Second night I went out there and I found it in the sky, located it, took the 300 pictures, and then came back in and I edited it all and
that was
added
cool.
Color. Because, here's a fun fact for your day. The color that you see in space photos is not there for the visible naked eye.
Right.
Just like the northern lights are gray in the
Right.
sky, you can kind of just see streaks.
Right.
The color comes afterwards when you color correct the image.
Right.
So it's there, but our eyes can't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. And that's a good thing to do.
Mhm.
And I mean, just looking at the night sky anyway is
Yeah.
a good thing to do, to calm yourself, to center yourself, bring yourself back.
Yeah.
Like when you're in chaos. Did you have another one, or was it just those two ideas?
Oh, there was a third one. The third one is very simple. It's just be a lover.
Be a lover.
I think
Yeah.
there's so much
Nobody
hate
can
out
take
there.
that away. Be a lover.
Absolutely. And there's one thing about humans that we'll never know. We'll never know why we're here. We might learn how someday, how we got to be here, but we'll never learn why. And so if you sit there and you be a hater most of the time, is
Yeah.
that really the reason why you think you're here,
Yeah.
to be a hater? No, the reason we're all here, I think, is to love. So love the people that you don't know. Love
Yeah.
a stranger, love your community, love your family, love your significant other, love yourself,
Yeah.
love yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
It starts right there with yourself.
and know that that's your center is love.
Yeah.
Make that your center.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the three things that have been getting me through
And those are
with
good.
all this.
And those are good things.
Yeah.
I have mine written down. And then I also found my fake glasses. Okay. So I do have real glasses, but I liked these frames. So there's like no prescription in these. I just got them because when I put them on, I feel smart.
You
So
look
these are
very
my smart. I found them.
Good.
They were missing in action for quite a while. And then
Yeah.
I found them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can put my smart glasses on just because I think they're fun and they remind me of Shawnee Sue on QVC.
Yes.
Remember
Very
my big
Shawnee Sue. Yeah.
Sean, I can't remember her, Killinger. I can't remember her name. She's on QVC and she
Yeah.
always wears these big reader glasses and she's just so cool and hip.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wrote down some things that I've had to do to help me get centered and get back to being positive. Again, try to find the positives in your life. There is a
Mhm.
positive. Be grateful. Live in gratitude for just little things.
Mhm.
And I've said this many times, especially after getting sick and not being able to breathe through my nose.
Mhm.
I every day thank you, God, for the air I breathe in my lungs.
Mhm.
Like that's such a simple thing. And you think, well, yeah, you take that for granted, but oh my gosh, when it's taken away from you, not good. So breathing, getting in nature, of course, the stars, meditation, lots of water. And the one recently that I heard, what helps you is we all have our own hum. And that vibration when you hum, like hum, what's your hum sound like? So you're a little octave higher. Mine is lower. Hum. So nobody, well, you can make it as high or low as you want, but nobody has your hum, your voice, your hum.
Oh.
And so your body, that brings you back to center. And it's kind of like the monks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where are the monks
Yeah.
from? I forget where the monks are from.
I think many different places.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's not just one location.
Yeah.
But that, when you hear them humming like that,
Yeah.
that humming is what and I just told a customer this too. She was sick. She called over the phone to buy something. And I told her, and this is crazy because when you were a little girl,
Mm-hmm.
specifically you, because you sang all the time. You were always singing, humming and singing all the time,
I
skipping
still do.
around. Yep. Living in your unicorn rainbow world. And that was very comforting to hear. And when you got sick, it all went silent.
Mm-hmm.
No humming, no singing. So the day would come after however many days a week, you would start singing and humming again. And then I knew, okay, she's better. So I figured out, why don't we try, as hard as it is, when we're sick, hum?
Yeah.
Because you're faking your subconscious mind,
yeah.
your subconscious, your brain. You're faking it and you're telling it, I'm really feeling
Yeah.
good because I'm humming.
Yeah.
And I think it works. And I don't know if it was a TikTok or where I heard it from, but they said when you hum, that vibration centers you, your inner self, and brings you back and grounds you.
I've heard that about anxiety too.
Oh, really?
When you hum it, it kind of helps with your anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
What's a song that you hum when you're not feeling
The other
good?
day, it was the Star Spangled Banner. I love that. I love this star. Oh, say can you? And I was singing. I couldn't get it out of my head and humming it. It's all different. It depends on if I heard something and sometimes it's Christmas songs too.
Oh yeah. For me, it's the axolotl song that's been on TikTok recently.
Which one is that?
There's an axolotl on
Oh, you
pink
showed me that weird
stairs.
little thing.
Is an axolotl supposed
It's
to
like
be
a little worm or something,
there?
isn't
If
it?
you ask an axolotl, they'll be back tomorrow. A penguin waddles in and then the axolotl's gone. It's a really good song.
That's
Look it up.
funny.
The pink axolotl song.
That's crazy.
An axolotl is like a sea creature, I guess.
Yeah.
A cute little sea pet.
Yeah. That's weird, but
I love axolotls.
but you like those
They're
kind
so
of things.
cute.
Those are things that I did. Okay, and before I take my glasses off, I learned a fun fact. Again, on TikTok. See, you can learn some good things on TikTok.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Maybe you guys already know this. There was a lady on there talking about how she sails like across the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Like on
okay.
a sailboat. Like,
Yeah.
and then you got to like stock your sailboat with food because you're going to
Yep.
go for weeks and weeks and months.
Yep.
And she was giving tips on how to make food last longer without the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
And she said with fruits, like especially oranges and lemons, like she said, you know how you buy a bag of lemons and there's always one in there that's like gets moldy, right? That happened the last time we got some.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put the lemons either hang or like peppers. You're supposed to hang them and like string them with thread or something. I don't know, and hang them. Or like in our fruit dish, the lemons aren't supposed to touch each other. So I have them like not touching.
Okay.
Or if you have a bowl of fruit, green apples, she said, lasts the longest. And so she had a bowl of fruit of green apples and then the little mini oranges. What are those called? The cuties.
Yep.
And she had them all like separated. So the mini oranges weren't touching each other. Apparently they last longer. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, who would have thought though?
Yeah.
Because they're touching, they start molding.
Right. And like, why is it only lemons? Why?
Well, lemons and I think citrus.
Okay. So if a lemon touches an orange, is it gonna go moldy?
I think. She didn't have that, but just touching. They
I mean,
weren't-
lemons have like pores, don't they? They kind of have pores like humans.
I'm sure.
So maybe that's why.
I'm sure. Like I didn't read into it further because it was just TikTok.
That's
I
fine.
just thought that was really interesting, and
Yeah.
then I got to wear my glasses, so I'm gonna take my glasses.
I'm not gonna take my glasses off.
Yeah, you're always smart with your glasses on. I just feel smart when I put glasses on. Go figure.
You're always smart.
Yeah, so that's kind of like we went through Christmas. We had a great Christmas.
I wanted to share a fun fact that I learned.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's okay. I don't think a whole lot of people know this because I didn't know this either. I learned about this today. This was my fun fact of the day. I learned that the bald eagle was not our national bird until December of last year.
Oh, you know what? I think I heard that.
Did you?
Why did we think it was always the bald eagle?
It was our national emblem that we use like on seals and that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was our national emblem, but it wasn't our national bird.
What was our national bird?
We didn't have one.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't have one
Really?
until December of last year. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, I saw something about that, but
Yeah.
I just thought, oh, okay.
And also, bald eagles are on the rise again.
Oh, they are?
They are. They're no longer extinct
I would
or
wanna
endangered.
you know what? I'd want to be a bald eagle.
In a different life.
Yeah, they're just the way they glide through the sky and they're protected and
they're so beautiful. But I was reading in this article in New Jersey, in the 80s, it was because of the chemical DDT.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called, right? DDT.
Yeah, I think so.
The DDT was breaking down the eggs of the eagles, and they weren't able to hatch because it was breaking down the outside shell. So eagles were near going extinct. In New Jersey, there was one eagle couple left.
Oh my gosh.
In the 80s.
The pressure.
Yeah, right?
That poor couple.
In the 1980s.
Oh my God.
That one was just all that there was left in the New Jersey area. And they had to bring in eagles and eagle eggs from Canada and kind of house them a bit.
Wow.
Until they were able to get more out. And now there's over 300 eagle couples in New Jersey.
That's awesome.
Right?
That's very cool.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you knew this either. You know the rah, the American rah that you hear from an eagle?
No.
The eagle rah.
Oh, yeah. When it does that?
Caw,
Yeah.
that really intense
Yeah.
scream. That's not from an eagle.
What?
That's not from an eagle. That's not what an eagle sounds like.
What?
It's from a red-tailed hawk. Yes.
What? Really?
Yeah, an eagle sounds like a seagull.
Really?
Yes.
But because I suppose it sounded more like
It sounds
powerful.
cooler. It sounds cooler.
Oh, so
it's from a hawk. Yeah.
So the poor eagle has been disguised as its voice disguised as a hawk.
Well, the hawks are the voice actors for eagles this whole time. I know.
You think they're getting paid enough? Like, seriously, because the eagle is like the king of the birds, right?
Right.
Oh my
Isn't that
gosh.
crazy? I found that out a few years ago from Alan. He told me that. And then I researched it a long time ago, and then I looked it up again today because I was like, I want to make sure that he's right about that.
That's
and
crazy.
It is. It's true.
Probably people who are around eagles know that they don't make that sound.
Yeah.
Like, we're not, like, you see eagles, but they're like way up.
Right.
Gliding in the sky. So you don't, gliding? Is that what they do?
Yeah.
So we wouldn't really necessarily hear them. But if you're living like in Alaska or maybe way up north, Minnesota, or wherever there's a big population, you probably. I didn't know that though.
Yeah.
That their voices were dubbed in. Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? They sound like seagulls. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, I've heard that caw before, and I never knew what bird it was. It's an eagle.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool. Because I love different birds' sounds.
Yeah.
And have I ever told that story about the my bird watching class in high school I had?
I just always heard that you really loved that class.
I loved it because we would walk around Foley. I can't remember if I was a senior or a junior. Mr. Valdi was our teacher. He kind of thought I was a wuss, which I was a wuss, because we were supposed to dissect a frog one day. Yeah. And I refused, me and Brenda, who shops in our store. Hi, Brenda, if you're watching. We were supposed to dissect the frog. And so I didn't show up for school that day. Come back to school the next day, and he had a frog waiting for me and Brenda because she had missed. I don't know if she was sick or what. And so on our lunch break, we had to go and dissect the frog.
Oh,
and he's like, nope, you're doing it. You're doing it. And I got so angry that he was making me do that. So I'm like, fine, give me the scalpel. I'll just cut it open. I don't care. It was so bad. So we dissected the frog. I'm like, yep, there you go. We got that done.
Wow.
But he always kind of challenged me, which was good.
Yeah.
And I got to tell him, I called after all these years and I left him a message. I don't know if he got the message or I can't remember. I think I bumped into him somewhere later, but we had this bird watching class and we go out with our notebooks and our pencils, and he knew where all the different birds lived.
Oh, sure.
In Foley. Like he knew where he'd find blue jays. He knew where he'd find robins. And he would teach us the sounds of a cardinal, of a sparrow, a robin, all the different birds that we have native here in Minnesota. And then you'd take a test and you'd have to write down. That was the best, because then all those years later, when I'd sit in the backyard, I knew which bird was singing to me.
That's so
I knew, okay, that's the bully. Those blue jays are bullies. And then you knew the robin, you knew the cardinal sound. Like, that was one of the best things I learned in high school, I have to say. And I did call him left him a phone message and told him that. And it had been probably 25 years after I'd graduated.
Wow.
Because it's been 40 now.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I thanked him
Yeah.
for that. It's things like that were valuable for
Right.
me in school.
Right.
Like I didn't, I wish I would have paid attention in government economics,
Mm-hmm.
but that was just like, okay, D is passing. Just get me out of this school. I got to just pass it and go. Now I understand it.
Yeah.
Because now it means something to me.
Right.
You need to know. So yeah, that's cool about the bird story.
Yeah.
So one of the days, I can't remember even when we did this, we watched that movie.
It ends with us.
It ends with
Yeah.
us. I hadn't seen it, and that was with Blake Lively and I don't
Yes.
know what the guys.
Justin Baldoni, which
Yeah.
that's a whole lot of drama that I don't
That's
know
another whole
anything
story.
about.
Yeah, another
So
whole
I'm not
story.
even gonna.
But
yeah.
we watched that. She dressed awesome in that show.
Which I guess is a controversial take.
Really?
A lot of people did not like her fashion.
Oh my
in that.
gosh, loved.
Yeah, I thought of her immediately.
Yeah,
'Cause-
mixed her sequence with Carhartt. Like she was
Yeah.
so cool.
And personally, I feel like the fashion really fit the character.
Yeah.
Because I read the book. You didn't read the book.
No, I don't read books.
I feel like it kind of fit because in the book and in the movie as well, she has a flower shop, but it's all about
Yeah.
like dyeing flowers. It's not like
Yeah.
a typical flower shop. It's very
Yeah.
eclectic and very
With,
like
a lot of succulents. And
Yeah.
things.
very dark almost.
Cool though.
Yeah. So I feel like the fashion fit with the character.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
It was a interesting movie. At the
Yeah.
end, I was like, and then you could explain, of course, because you had seen it. But
yeah.
that night we got some fabric from Joanne Fabrics.
Yes. Yeah.
And we made tie blankets.
Yeah, because they have like these tie blanket kits.
Yeah.
Like it just comes pre-cut
Right.
and then you just have to trim the edges and
And tie
tie it.
Yeah. So we made this one. Well, you're not going to be able to see the whole thing, but it's got this on one side. What is that on the other side?
It's a cherry.
Oh,
and
okay.
It
the
says,
cherries.
you are cherry sweet.
And then the back side is all the cherries because in fashion, hello, and in home decor, everything,
Yeah.
it's cherries.
Cherries. Yeah.
Everything is cherries. I'm going to be ordering a lot of things with cherries.
Yeah. Like it almost replaced the bow trend.
Yes. Yeah.
Now it's cherries.
Cherries, everything cherries. So yeah, so we made this for our Valentine, and then
I made
you
this
made
one.
this cool.
It's got stars on the back,
Yeah.
obviously, and then it's got like
Is that the
signs,
astrology? Yeah.
yeah, on the front.
But I mean, what a good thing to do. Inexpensive.
Yeah.
How much were these kits? Under 20.
Oh, I
feel
want to
like they
say
were
that
8.
one was like 12, and this
Yeah,
one was like 18.
18.
Yeah,
And what a good thing. Keep your hands busy.
yeah,
And simple. Like for me, I can't knit.
yeah.
I don't like to do Legos. I don't like to.
And I think it would be a great thing to go back and get some of those and then make them and donate them.
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
I think that would be a great idea. 'cause
Absolutely.
They were cheap
That was very inexpensive.
and easy.
And it was easy. And, for somebody who's not like can do that kind of stuff, it's easy. You're just tying a knot.
yeah,
And then it turns out like a cute little blanket
Yeah.
and it's nice and it's soft. and-
yeah.
yeah. So
I
that
sleep
was
with
kind of-
mine every night now.
Yeah. I have
love
this one on
mine.
the couch.
Yeah.
I use it. So a friend of mine made one for me. Thank you, Shelly. And she gave that one to me a year ago or a couple years ago. Yeah. And I just think that's a cool thing to do. So another thing you can do
Yeah.
if you're like stressed and you don't like baking, make
Yeah.
a tie blanket and then maybe donate it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fun.
Yeah. So do you have some favorites?
I do. So it's been a hot minute since we've had this podcast, which means it's been a hot minute since we've brought up Dune. And my
Yeah.
favorite is I finished the Dune Prophecy TV series and I love it
Yeah.
with my whole heart and soul and being.
And that takes place before
over 10,000 years before Paul Atreides was born.
Dune. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, loved it. Loved it. It was up to par with the movies.
And which one is that on? What station?
Max.
Okay, HBO Max.
Yeah, it's just called Max now. Yeah.
Oh, really? They cut the HBO off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Call it Max.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So it's on Max. It has my favorite actor, Josh Houston, in it.
Josh Houston.
Yeah. I think that's how you say his
Houston,
last name.
We have a problem.
Yeah. But it's Heust.
Oh. Is
O-N?
he like from England? Or?
He's from Australia.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He is just, and I am also reading Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. It's the third book in the Fourth Wing, currently trilogy. It's going to be 5 books though, I think, by 2030, probably. Third book in the series. I'm like halfway through right now. I guess it's another favorite of mine. Yeah. But the main character, Xaden, don't even get me started on Xaden. I love him. A lot of people think that he would make a good Xaden. Personally, I'm on the fence about it. I see it because I watched Dune Prophecy, and in Dune Prophecy, he looks like Xaden. Okay. Just saying. Okay. You need to watch it to understand.
Yeah.
But he did follow Rebecca Yarros on Instagram, and he was seen reading Fourth Wing. So, and they're making a TV show about it.
Okay.
So
could happen.
He could either be Xaden, he could be Bodhi, he could be Riddick. I don't know who he's going to be. Those are all characters.
Comment if you're reading that book that she's reading. What's it called again?
It's Onyx Storm.
Okay.
Again, I'm like halfway through.
Okay. Very
confused on what's going on. But that's fine. I'm having a great time.
There you go. So books, you started a big, huge Diamond Dots thing.
Yes, I'm doing my solar system Diamond Dots.
I can't believe you like to do that.
Yeah.
Like that is literally this teeny tiny little dots.
It's so fun. Let's just go through my hobbies that I've built up over the past month, because this month has been filled with hobbies this whole time. That's all I do in my spare time.
AKA therapy.
It's truly therapy. So I did astrophotography, learned how to do that. Okay. I did diamond dots, diamond painting. I've gotten back into coloring with colored pencils. Working on a project right now. Did the tie blankets. I've been playing 3 different video games, reading, audio booking. I listened to 1984 by George Orwell on audiobook. The dramatic version that features Andrew Garfield as the main voice actor for it. Cynthia Erivo is in it. There's a few other people. Really good. Really good.
1984.
1984. Really good book.
Was written in...
I don't know when it was written. I think before 1984.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been out for a long, long time. Yeah. But I never got around to reading it. I never had to read it in school.
Right.
So
it's an old book.
It's a very old book. Very good, though. Very good. Highly recommend, especially the version with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I love Andrew Garfield.
You can just listen.
Yeah. He's like my other favorite actor of all time.
Is he the one that's going with... No, he's not the one that goes with... what's her name? That was in Dune.
No.
No,
that
guy was Spider-Man.
That's the other Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield.
He's the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite Spider-Man.
They were 2 different Spider-Man. Yeah. Okay.
So having him talk in my ear the whole time was just like lovely.
That would be like listening to Harry Styles or something.
It's just absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
So audiobooks. I started doing my makeup again, like how I used to do it in high school, the big winged eyeliner, lashes.
Yeah.
Doing that again. I learned how to make coffee in a mocha pot. Don't get an espresso, get a mocha pot.
Oh.
Mocha pot is like literally only $7. Yeah. Most of the time you can thrift them.
Yeah.
The espresso that comes out of it is so good. Get some
Yeah.
Cafe Bustelo. That'll get you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been kind of testing a little bit of dirty sodas.
Oh, dirty sodas. Yeah.
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 So do you have any other favorites?
My last favorite is the new Dr. Pepper flavor for sure.
And that's what I was going to say. We started
Yeah.
partnering McKinsey's.
Yeah.
My store started partnering, collaborating with Burnix.
Mhm.
It's a, what do you call it? Bottling? No.
It's a distribution distribution company.
Yes. And Pepsi products. And there's a new Dr. Pepper out.
Yeah.
And we got to debut it in the store.
So cool, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
I'm not kidding you.
She brought in 10 cases. Kathy brought
Yes,
in 10
from
cases. 5 cases is what they use, the terminology, but 10, 12
Yeah.
packs.
Zero, and then it's called
Dr. Pepper Blackberry. Oh my gosh, guys.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Okay, so we got to try to explain it. So, okay, I'm a Mountain Dew and orange soda. I do not typically drink brown sodas. I will have root beer if it's with ice cream. Okay? Otherwise, I haven't drank Pepsi and would never do Coke. Not just saying that. I just don't like Coke, the taste of it. But anyway, so I meant like wait till the end. Like we handed these out to our customers and I wait till that night to try it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, here we go. So I'm, first of all, when you pour it in your ice, because I have to have lots of ice, it smells amazing.
It smelled so good. I was not expecting that.
Oh my gosh. And it's not
because
a
I don't
smell
typically
No.
smell Dr. Pepper. Like
I do. I'm big into smells, but it doesn't smell like something that you've ever smelled before. It's kind of sweet.
to me, the closest thing it smells like is a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher,
Yeah,
which are my favorite.
So it's between, for me, blueberry, because I kept tasting it, blueberry and grape,
Yeah,
like grape soda.
which is what a blackberry is like, I guess.
Well, I've never eaten a blackberry, so I wouldn't even know what they taste like.
It's similar to that.
It just, and then no aftertaste.
None, even in the zero sugar one.
Yeah.
And usually there's an aftertaste in those.
Yeah.
And I can't handle it. But
Oh my God.
with this one, they tasted exactly the same.
And then we made those nachos.
Oh, yeah. Those are good.
The nachos with, you made like barbecue shredded chicken in the crock pot.
Yeah.
And then we put it on the chips, put it in the oven with the shredded cheese. And I had sour cream with mine and salsa. Just the salty and the sweet.
Yep.
Holy cow.
That was good.
Yeah, that was delicious. So you'll have to, I think it's out in stores now.
It should be. It should be by the time this comes out.
Pepper Blackberry. I even like the color of the can.
Yeah.
Kind of like has purple and magenta in it. So yeah, that for me, that was fun. And just meeting all of those people. We got a tour over at Burnix and just meeting all of them. They're all so nice. So I look forward to doing more things with them.
Yeah.
In the future. So that's been kind of fun. For me, I started up with Suits again.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had stopped for a little bit. And I'm probably watching too much because I am having dreams of Harvey.
You know,
Harvey Specter is
fine.
his character name. Gosh, he's
fine.
So good looking, that guy. So yeah, I started up with Suits. Of course, the little bit of time we get to spend with Presley always.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting close to 3 now, so that's great. She's just so smart and so much fun to be with.
Yeah, she is.
She
knows all the lyrics to Pink Pony Club, by the way.
Yeah, that song from we watched the Grammys. I watched some of the Grammys. That was actually on last night when we were filming.
Yeah.
And some of those performances were awesome.
Yes.
There's a lot. There would be a lot, but for me, again, it always falls back on the people, the conversations with customers, and again, just feeling good. Just having my health come back, feeling more like myself again.
Yeah.
Those crumble cookies, like just it's really honest to God, the little things. And we're so close to spring now.
Yes, it's getting lighter out every day.
Yes, that's awesome.
Like, what time is it right now?
I don't even know.
It's 5:15 as we're filming this, and it's bright out.
Yeah, like we love that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's you got to find those little things.
Yeah.
to go through the day and not just get through the day, but just be happy, especially when you're just down and out with, feeling sick, but just know you'll get better.
Yep.
And if you have something, boy, I had to really, every day I had to force myself to tell myself I'm getting better and better every day. I'm getting better and better every day. I had to say that out loud.
Yeah.
And just take the little things that would, I'd feel a little bit better. Well, my sore throat's gone today, just one thing by one thing. And that's kind of what you got to do. So
yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
Glad to be back.
That's all we know.
That's all we know.
That's all we know.
I mean, I can try to learn more with my smart glasses. I'll try to have some more fun, smart facts like you always have.
Yeah, mine as well.
That's what we do when we're kind of standing around the breakfast counter and drinking our Dr. Pepper Blackberry. We'll just kind of talk about, hey, did you know? We should just have a hey, did you know?
We should
podcast.
have an episode with that.
Did you know?
That was a little bit of this episode,
little bit, but there's so much more out there.
There's a lot to know. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, we're going to do our cards.
Oh, gosh. Look at that. See, I forgot all about that. It's been that long. Remember, we do we pick a message out of these cards.
Yeah.
And we'll see what message we get.
Well, you're shuffling. I'm going to do it because guess what? I am part of the owner of this podcast. I do most of it. We're going to have a special guest on next week.
We are going to have a special guest.
So be ready.
Be ready to watch because we kind of want to take our podcast a little bit in not a different direction, but we want to start to have guests on.
Yeah.
And we're excited about our guests we're going to have.
Everyone has a unique experience out there. And so we just want to talk to people and get to know them. So.
If there is somebody or a topic that you would want us to find a guest speaker, just a guest about a topic, let us know. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a topic that you're interested in. We'll try to find somebody who's knowledgeable in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's to be continued.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick?
Yes, I will. Go with this one. I talked about both of these things. May your coffee be hot and your eyeliner be even.
Awesome.
This is for me.
That is awesome.
I hate hot coffee, but you know what? I'll rock with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good message.
And it always ends up with something we talked about.
Of course.
That's a great sign from universe.
Yeah.
You're exactly where you're meant to be in life. Okay? Right now, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Everything's going to work out. Everything is always working out for me.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Well, thank you guys. Do you remember what you used to say?
Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can listen to us on no. If you're listening to us on Spotify, you can watch us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can listen to us on Spotify. There it is.
Thank you so much, you guys. Have a fabulous day. See you later.
Bye.